Tim Henman doesn't feel as though Daniil Medvedev's loss to Hubert Hurkacz is a big deal, as the Russian will move back to the world #1 spot pretty rapidly. Medvedev failed to cement his place at the top of the rankings last month after a shock defeat to Gael Monfils at Indian Wells. That loss put Novak Djokovic back on top, but the Serbian was still unable to compete at the Miami Open, which gave Medvedev another shot at reclaiming the #1 spot. The 2021 US Open champion got off to a flying start with wins over Andy Murray, Pedro Martinez, and Jenson Brooksby. His first real test came against reigning Miami Open champion Hurkacz in the quarter-finals on Thursday. A win over the Polish tennis ace would have seen Medvedev move back to the #1 spot on Monday. But Hurkacz has proven to be a tough opponent for Medvedev, and he failed to get going against the #8 seed. He lost in straight sets, with Hurkacz moving on to the semi-final, where he will face off against Spaniard Carlos Alcaraz. It means Medvedev will now have to wait a few weeks at the least before having another chance to reclaim the #1 ranking when the clay court season starts. But Henman has pointed out why Medvedev won't feel too demoralized at missing out this time around. In the context of that conversation, if Medvedev hadn't already been #1, then it is a big issue, but the fact he's already been there, and yes, he'd rather be 1 than 2, means I don't think it's such a big issue for Medvedev, said Henman on Amazon Prime. If you look at the ranking points coming up, because he played so poorly on clay last year, I think he will get back to 1 pretty rapidly, especially if Djokovic is only playing a curtailed schedule. Medvedev was unable to compete at the Monte Carlo Masters last year after withdrawing from the event due to testing positive for COVID. He's yet to confirm which event he will take part in the week after, whether it's the Serbia Open or Barcelona Open. Having skipped most of the clay court events last year, Medvedev will have plenty of points to play for this time around. Djokovic has a few points to defend, although he only needs to reach the 4th round at the Monte Carlo Masters to better his performance from last year. The 20-time Grand Slam champion also lost in the semi-finals of the Serbia Open last year before succumbing to Rafael Nadal at the Italian Open.